Hello everyone, my name is David Allen Gay and today's date is Sunday, December 20th, 2015. Thank you very much for watching this latest video update of my GoFundMe initiative. You might know me from my blog at davidallengay.wordpress.com and also some videos on YouTube entitled David Needs a Job that chronicles my attempts to get back to work, to full-time self-sufficiency and reliance when I was still living in Toronto. I want to take time today to talk to you about something that has very little to do with my GoFundMe initiative. You can watch the other videos to hear what I'm trying to accomplish in this campaign. Today, I want to talk about the festive season and the two worlds that this festive season is comprised of. The first world of the holiday season is what I hope you all who are watching my video right now currently are living in. You have a roof over your head, you have food to eat, you have a shower to clean yourself off, and on Christmas Day you will have gifts waiting for you in a loving, warm family environment to be with and to partake in while you share fond festive memories of this holiday season. However, I am also quite aware there's going to be maybe a couple of you, maybe more, who are not going to be as fortunate as the former group I mentioned. You are currently watching this video from perhaps a coffee shop or a library or a shelter where you don't have a home to go to. You have very little food and the money to afford the food to keep yourself going. You probably have not washed in days, weeks, perhaps a lot longer. You have very little to your name, and you're kind of wondering when your luck is going to become better than the past few days, weeks, months that you've been enduring the situation that you've been in while you've been living outdoors. And of course, I am talking about the homeless and the impoverished. And it's a tragedy that we have people who are homeless and without this holiday season, particularly in countries as rich as America and Canada, where we seem to have all of this wealth, but clearly there is a wealth distribution issue where only a small amount of people have nearly everything, and the overwhelming majority, the 99%, seem to have to fight over what little is left of them, usually with very unfair and increasingly restrictive odds. They will not have a reason to be festive and jolly this holiday season. As a matter of fact, it's not just another day to them, it's probably going to be a lot worse than that. And because they're going to be on the outside looking in, watching these people with their presents and their warm meals this holiday season, living indoors, surrounded by bright lights, shown by Christmas decorations and a Christmas tree. And this sort of cheery environment is very depressing to them, and they want to see the back of it as quickly as possible by the time January 1st rolls around. The holidays to seasons to them is something that they hate with a passion and gives them very little hope to go on. I find it very unfortunate we have a homeless situation at all, considering, as I said before, we are so wealthy as a nation and we can't seem to resolve the problem. And I think a part of that problem is that people have a misconception about the homeless, thanks in part to portrayals of the homeless in popular media and political cartoons, where the homeless person is something that is easily lampooned and made fun of. And then you have media stories such as what has happened recently in Toronto about a 40-year-old woman who frequented Starbucks and hotel lobbies, looking very dapper and dressed, but attacked another woman in a downtown underground passage known as the Path. And that person has reportedly died from her injuries in a hospital a couple of days later. And that media is sensationalizing the issue that yet again another homeless person has gone loopy and has taken the life of someone, has broken a window of property, has been arrested by police through disorderly conduct. It never stops, this media sensationalization of the homeless as people who are something that we just don't want around when we try to showcase our city to the tourists or make a bid for the Olympics or some sort of special event that tries to put the city on the center stage of the world. But truth be known, the homeless situation is not going to go away just by trying to sweep people under the carpet, because homeless people just don't magically appear. Homelessness, as I've mentioned a couple of times on my blog, is a state of not having a home because you have an income. And it doesn't matter how that person ended up out in the streets through a lack of an income, whether it's through drug addiction, or alcohol addiction, or mental illness, such as the woman that I just described, whether the person is a victim of circumstance like myself, who can't find work, cannot afford a place of their own, and is forced to live in the kindness and generosity of friends and family and strangers. A person who was sick and had to spend a lot of money for treatment that was not covered by any government plan at the provincial or federal level, or anything that was beyond their control that they didn't ask for, such as a terrible economy or a right-sizing at the company that they worked for, a form of ism, sexism, racism, ageism, discrimination based on religion or sexual preference. Again, it's not their fault, yet here they are. The end result is the same. You have no money, you can't pay the rent. You can't pay the rent, you do not have a place to stay. You don't have a place to stay, the outdoors is your home. It is not the fault of the homeless. Despite the betrayal, it is something that needs to be addressed. And I am asking people this holiday season, as a Christmas message of sorts, if you do see a homeless person outdoors, particularly someone that you have some sort of social dialogue with or contact with, maybe you're the nice person that gives them a cup of coffee every Wednesday or every couple of days a week. Maybe rather than give the person money, you offer to take them into a McDonald's or a Starbucks and you buy them something to eat. And they take you up on the offer, and then they get a full belly of food. If you see these people, remember them this holiday season. And I'm not asking you to get them a nice present like a tablet or a computer or something, but just remember them. Maybe offer them a place to stay if you trust them enough and they're trustworthy enough to have a shower, have a good night's sleep, get some food in their belly before they have to go back outdoors again. It's one day, but it will mean like a year to them, because they have experienced Christmas kindness and generosity this holiday season, that the world is not out to get them, that it's not them against impossible odds. There are actually people out there who have something, who are willing to give something back to those who do not. Parents, teach your kids not to make fun of the homeless people. Teach them that they are not sick, they're not broken people. They are people with potential. We just need to find the potential places for them through employment or guaranteed income, so that they can find a place of their own that they can pay for. Not all homeless people have mental issues. Not all homeless people are addicts. A good number of homeless people, like myself, who was homeless for a grand total of about 4.5 months this past year, when I added up all the times that I was, in fact, without a place to stay. We are people who are victims of circumstance. We do not want to be out here. We do not want to be unemployed. We do not want to live off the generosity of others. We want to give back to the economy and give back to society and be contributing members, just like people who are currently doing just that, and who have a place to stay, and who have food to eat, and they have a bed to sleep, and they have a family to be with this holiday season. Teach your kids this. Make them understand. Make them socially active in the poverty and social issues such as homelessness and unemployment. Make them agents of change. Teach them how important it is to have everyone with something, not just for Christmas, but for the whole 365 days. That's pretty much my Christmas message. I'm not even going to talk about what I'm looking for in my GoFundMe initiative. This is, as I said before, something that I just wanted to share with you regarding a season of joy and happiness that is not necessarily as such for the very unfortunate people who are on the streets right now. As I know, I know because I was a person who had it a lot, and then after 2010, I ended up with someone with nothing, and I've been there on both sides of the world, and I hope that this message resonates with you, and that you do give a little bit of what you are very grateful to have to causes such as the Salvation Army and your local homeless shelter and food bank, to give these people who have very little to look forward to this holiday season something to be joyous and festive about. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this video, and Merry Christmas, season's greetings, happy holidays, and a very happy New Year. This is my last video for 2015. I will make another video about my GoFundMe initiative shortly after January 1st. Take care. Bye for now.